Hey everybody, it's Dave Howitt with your Gearshift Moment. You know, last week I talked about the person who honked for 8 seconds. This week I'm going to talk about the person who chose not to honk for 8 seconds. Today in the media there was an interview with the gentleman who lost his wife and his 2 little boys tragically. They were trying to get out of Syria and their boat flipped over. And he blamed the Canadian government, saying if Canada only accepted their ability to come to Canada, his wife and his kids would still be alive. And you know, there are a number of people in this country who are upset over that, saying he should be accepting responsibility rather than blaming Canada. And it kind of reminded me of the time our cat died. We had this beautiful little cat. She was 19 years old, a member of the family, and she wasn't doing very well. And finally I had to take her to the vet, and we made the decision to help her on her way. And I came out of the vet's office, and her body was wrapped in a little flannel blanket and a little cardboard box, and put it down on the passenger seat next to me, started up the engine, got into traffic. And about a block later, I had to stop for a red light. And I looked down, I kept looking down at the cardboard box, and you know, my heart was full of grief and my eyes were full of tears, and I was trying to imagine life without this member of my family. And then I looked up and I noticed the light had turned green. I don't know how long it's been green for, at least 8 seconds, because there were cars moving by in the other direction. And then I looked in the rearview mirror and there was a car behind me, and they'd been there the whole time, but they hadn't honked. So I kind of, gave them an apology wave and I moved forward. But I do know this, if they had honked at me, in my grief, I think it would have transferred into rage, and I would have been out that door in a second, giving them a piece of my mind. And it kind of reminded me that Aristotle once said, the mark of an educated man is to be able to entertain an idea without necessarily accepting it. And certainly we can entertain the idea that sometimes people in their grief will lash out and blame other people and be angry, because that's a lot easier than looking inwards. I hope that helps. Have a great week.